Hi, this is Z, and I'm here with another video with Heal with Z. And today I kind of wanted to talk about the incident with Sonya Massey or Macy. I'm not sure if I got her name correct or not, but it kind of reminds me of a situation in my own family. Um, when I first saw the video, I immediately had the idea or the thought that some other people may have had that it she saw something in that man, or she knew something was attached to that man, or like he had a demonic possession or something, because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And it seemed like it agitated him. She did not throw the water. If anybody looks at the video clearly, she did not throw that pot of water. She actually just sat it down on the stove and put her hands up, and she had pot holders or towels in her hand. But that reminded me of a situation in my own family where we were having Thanksgiving dinner, and I really just, at the dinner, this was about 2006. I was at my parents' house, and my siblings and other family members were there. There was a situation where someone in my family was telling people a lot of lies and stuff and turning my sisters against me. And I wasn't trying to have it be something disruptive. I was just talking to my family about how we're supposed to stick together, and if there's a problem, we should talk to each other. And this was like in the very beginning of the situation with my family, with a lot of like demonic possession and witchcraft. This was in the beginning, and I did not really know what was going on. I was just trying to talk to my family and talk about us sticking together, because we had been close and I didn't understand what was happening at the time. My sisters were basically my best friends. I had other friends, but my sisters were my best friends, and we were all adults, and we had children, and we hung out with each other and our children. So I couldn't understand what was happening. So I was just trying to basically say something to make people think, like, we can't let little small things come in between us. But little did I know it was something greater than that. But when I was talking, one of my sisters was like, well, you did something to me. You know what you did. I said, I don't know, or just pretend like I don't know if you think I know. But I really did not know what the problem was. But she couldn't get herself to verbalize what I had done. And I told her, I'm okay with you telling everyone right here in front of me what I did wrong. Oh, she just kept saying, well, you know what you did wrong. And I kept saying, I don't know. Just pretend like I don't know, and voice it. I need to hear what it is I did wrong so I can defend myself, and I was starting to feel like people could not speak, because I had been trying to find out for a while now what was going on, why my sisters were angry at me. Two of my sisters were angry at me. And I was trying to find out through my sisters themselves and through my mother what was going on, what was being said, because no one was coming to me with any information and confronting me, and they just didn't want to talk to me. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. And it was at that moment that it was my oldest sister. She said something. I can't remember exactly what she said, but basically saying that I had done something. And at that time, I knew that it was her that was spreading a lot of lies about me. I knew that it was her. So I got really upset because no one was saying anything. No one could get themselves to verbalize what the problem was. And I called her evil. I told her she was evil. And at that moment, the knife was in the turkey because this was Thanksgiving. She took the knife out of the turkey, and it was a good thing she was on the other side of the table, because she tried to stab me. She was going to stab me. And my mother and my brother came over and they grabbed her. And my other sister, who is closest to me in age, I'm the youngest, she grabbed the knife trying to protect me, but I kind of wish she hadn't grabbed the knife. And my sister just pulled it through her hands and cut her hands. I was telling the story to say, well, she obviously didn't get to me, and that was as much damage that happened at that moment, thank God. To say that sometimes people have demonic attachments, or they have demonic possession, and you have to be careful because you can agitate those demons. And I think that's what happened with Sonya Massey, that she irritated the demon that was attached to the police officer, or possessing the police officer. And immediately when I saw the video, it reminded me of my sister. Now, still at the moment, I did not think that that was what was wrong, but she went on to threaten me, and she was like, "I'ma get you. Just wait, watch and see. I'ma get you." And this was just really weird to me because I had, like, the gossiping and the lies was one thing, and I thought we would all work through that. But when she threatened to get me, I knew this was something real deep. I mean, I knew from the knife, her trying to stab me with the knife, and her pulling that through my sister's hand, and it's almost like she didn't even realize what she had even done. And then to top it off, she was like, "I'ma get you." She was threatening to get me, whatever that meant. Later I would find out what that meant. But I just was not thinking she had a demonic possession. But what actually made me start to think that that could be the problem was my aunt. One of my aunts was there, and after my sister left, she was like, "Did you see her face?" She was like, "That's not her. There's something else there. There's somebody or something there." And I that just always stuck in my mind, that my aunt said that, because I always thought of demonic possession being something off the TV and not something that was real. And if it was, I never thought it was going to be something that was going to be happening in my family. But I wanted to tell that story to say, sometimes when we're having an issue with someone, especially if their personality does a complete 180, and they are, whereas you had a good relationship with them, they all of a sudden start hating you and trying to gather other people to turn against you. And I'm sure there's other signs that you can have that somebody is against you. Sometimes it's not simply just jealousy anymore. or just I don't like her anymore. It could be something much deeper. And I did talk with my brother before Thanksgiving, and he did kind of give me a warning and say that for every action there's a reaction. And I understood what he was saying to me, because I was getting his advice on talking to my family. I understood what he was saying, but I was so frustrated at the time that I didn't really give it too much deep thought. I really just wanted to get everything out in the open, and I thought we could solve everything in, in a civil manner. But later on, I used to blame myself, and it took me a long time to forgive myself for that, because I felt like it triggered a lot of other witchcraft, deeper, heavier witchcraft in my family that not only affected me, but other members of the family, including my children. It was the start of my sister really going after me, and even attaching, I don't know if she attached spirits or just sending spirits after other people in the family in order that she could have them on her side against me, because she wasn't the only family member that I saw do a 180. It was other members of my family, and it got so bad. And over time, I'm going to tell more about, the different situations, the different people, and my different experiences with members of my family. But it wasn't just people turning against me because she had some sort of influence, which I believe was magic, black magic or witchcraft, however you want to call it. It was also, it was influencing them against me with words, as well as black magic and witchcraft, and in some cases even attaching spirits to them, which is, it got so deep. And so I do in the future want to go more in depth with the signs that I saw and things that they were doing, and how eventually I had to just get away. And I have not had contact with majority of my family since about 2009, 2010. I've had to cut off majority of my family. At this point in time now, I have absolutely no contact with anyone in my family. And a lot of that was due to me seeing that my sister was going to get to anyone, especially if they were defending me. She was going to get to anyone and try to recruit them, so to speak, to go against me. And it even went beyond, just members that people that I'm blood related to. It has gone beyond that. And there's probably people that don't even know that that is what has happened to them. They're probably completely unaware. But I did want to start speaking out about it, to maybe not only just help people that are going through the same thing that I'm going through, but also to make people aware in my own family, because I know at some point somebody's going to see me if I'm making videos consistently, to let people know that there is something else going on, and maybe you have fallen victim. um and for some members, it was not so easy to get to them demonically, like a demonic possession or a demonic or satanic attachment, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't so easy because they weren't as low vibrational. In order for those demons and spirits of whatever to attach to you or possess you, you really have to be at a vibrating at a low vibration, because they're at a low vibration. You have to be matching them, and so not everyone was on that vibration, so it wasn't as easy to possess them or attach something to them. And I believe that what happened to my sister was a result of her being in a low vibration and performing witchcraft or black magic on others. So something, in a sense, she messed herself up. That's what I believe. Now, I'm not for certain, but I do know that she was involved in witchcraft and black magic, whatever you want to call it. She was involved in it. So I advise people, even if you are getting attacked spiritually by demons or whatever, I suggest that you find a way to fight. And I'm going to go over ways to fight those that energy and those entities without engaging in low vibrational activities, because you can mess yourself up. And plus, you do not want to go back and forth with low vibrational people or entities throughout your life. You just don't want to live that type of life. There's a reason why they're attacking you. There's a reason why you're getting attacked. But one thing to remember is to always try to keep your vibration up. That is going to be your number one source of protection, is keeping your vibration up. And I will make videos in the future telling how you can keep your vibration up. But I just wanted to speak on the woman that was murdered by the police officer, and I hope that she is at peace. And she was calling. It's unfortunate because she seemed like she needed help. She needed help, and she called the police for help on a matter that the police really cannot help with. And it's not her fault. She probably just really needed some help with something. And from my understanding, from other videos, now I really don't know exactly why she was calling the police. I did hear in a video someone say that she thought she had an intruder, and then but people were saying the intruder was not a physical person. So if I'm not certain what the case was, but if the intruder or what was in her house was something of a spiritual nature, the police, especially with police or with people, I'll say people having demonic attachments, that would not be the route to go. But I do hope she's at peace, and I feel like hurt that happened, because I know that I was in a similar situation where I did not know that someone in my family had a demonic attachment. And if you are unaware, it's kind of hard to navigate. But just in the future, for any of us that get in situations where people are behaving in this way, especially if you know them to not be that way, we have to be careful. We have to you know, assess the situation very carefully and not agitate or irritate the person, because there could be something else there. And I know that my sister probably under normal circumstances, she wouldn't have reacted like that. But because there was a demonic attachment or possession, I think it's a possession, honestly. Um, I, with my words, just like Sonya Massey, with my words, I agitated it. And if I had been on the same side of the table as her, she could have stabbed me. She very well could have stabbed me. But this was a message just to let people know that if you are in a situation where you are, the person could have an attachment or a possession, we have to really be careful how we handle it. And it's better to just back away from the situation and assess it and get help another way, rather than let our emotions, let our anger make the situation turn out to be, a mess or something fatal. And do I regret talking to, calling my sister evil? At first I did, but in a way I kind of later accepted that maybe that's the way it was supposed to be, because it allowed people in my family to see, even though many of them ignored it, they ignored what they saw, it allowed them to see that something deeper was going on. It allowed me to see that something deeper was going on, and this was spiritual warfare. This was an attack on me spiritually, not so much physically, and that whatever was possessing her is probably what is really attacking me. And but yeah, so if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to type them in the comment section. I know I'm just getting started, and I know I may not have too many people that see this video or even write a comment, but I'd like to say thank you for listening. I really hope that I could be of help to someone out there, and I hope that my videos in the future can be of help to many people out there that are going through spiritual warfare and that may need some assistance and some guidance. And yeah, I'll be back again soon with another video. See you later.